Do 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 do. Michael K. Frames are not. Why am I dropping frames? I have no idea. I'm just gonna keep going for like an hour, and if it's super bad, I'm just not gonna. I don't know if I'll continue or not. Okay. Time to continue. Unless my controller doesn't want to. Okay, there we go. So the last real quest is the ranged physical one. Okay, so what will this one be like? It takes me to Doma. And my controller is not working again. Oh, there it is. Do my eyes deceive me? Master Weird, oh thank the Kami! Lord Hien has requested assistance in the resolution of a most urgent matter, the hunt for a fell beast believed to be a blasphemy. Though we have made great strides in ensuring the safety of our people, we fear even the finest shinobi will be no match for this enemy, for it commands the skies of Doma. But as your talent for striking down foes at a distance is beyond compare, I can think of no one better to aid us in overcoming this adversary. Well, if no other marksman is up to the task. I mean, there are better marksmen than I am, but I'll do it. Oh, Kami be praised! I shall inform Lady Yugiri, that she may receive you at Doman Enclave. Safe travels, Master Weird. Ah, we get to visit Yugiri. Lady Yugiri will wait your arrival at the Doman Enclave. Safe travels and may the Kami speed your way. The Kami speed my way by teleporting. Here it is. The Doman Enclave. Oh, and my frames are getting worse. Wow. Why is it today that it's particularly bad? Oh, Yugiri. It is good to see you, Weird. When we received word that you of all people had answered our call, I could scarcely believe it. Yet here you are. And here you are. Ah. What's happening? Oh. Lord Hien will be pleased for this reunion. If you would wait here for a moment. What's up, my dude? Well, well. That the Kami should guide your steps to our door once more, and with such fortuitous timing. Yeah. Did my cam come out? No, it didn't. Okay, just in case. Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome, but time is not on our side. Not long after receiving word of men transforming into hideous beasts in Babner, a similar creature was born of a woman in Nisari. After attacking another villager, it took to the disguise and fled, though to where we know not. An all too cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire, just when they had at last begun to piece their life back together. This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is wont to keep to the skies, well beyond the reach of our samurai shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in ranged combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens. Of course, martial prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker but no less gruesome abominations, as was the case in Thavnair, and their numbers increased by the day. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike a sickness which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety, emotions which, of late, can be found in abundance. Slaying the beasts means nothing if the people's hearts cannot be put at ease.
Lord Yan!
Oh? Oh, it's just a random dude.
You have to help! The villagers, they...
Sir, please calm yourself and tell us what happened.
Another has been turned in Namai, my lord. For a blessing, no one was harmed when the beast flew into a rage, but the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next.
Oh, they're panicking. It would seem we have even less time than I thought. Worry not, we will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this affliction, but we will save what lives we can, I promise you. I trust you are ready to join the fray.
Ready to shoot some dudes. It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you.
Well, I forgot where the glittering basin is, so thanks. Oh, we're here already. Without a cure, we have no choice but to cut them down before they can cause more harm. Still no sign of the beast, or any other for that matter. No fate nearby. The Long and Rhino Road. This day of execution. Tiger Need. Oh, someone doing this? No, someone's doing that one. I don't remember which ones were the fox fates.
The beast was right here, I swear it.
Now, thank you for leading us here, but it is not safe. Please return to your village. We should split up if we were to have a chance of finding it. Weird, would you see to the west? I will search the north. Yugiri, I live there east to you. If you find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down, so you mustn't either. Now, let us not waste any more time. I will go east, northeast. Wow, I have a lot of button space. What other buttons do I have? I got chainsaw. Scattergun. Yeah, I really don't have many buttons to press. Wow. I almost wish it was like this for almost every class. Oh, frightened youth. And a tiny beast. There are more pressing matters in hand. Oh, okay. I'm under attack. Which one was the button to... No, I'll just do this. Oh, that was the button. To increase my gauge. You are safe now, kid. Are you alright? We heard shouting and came as fast as we could.
You didn't hear my gunshots? Thought they would be louder. It would appear we had arrived not a moment too soon. Why? Why did you kill my brother? Oh? No, you wouldn't understand. Unless you do. Your brother? Young man, that creature was not your kin. Not anymore. Had he not laid it to rest, it would have killed you and countless others. But if your heart cries out for the one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way. No, no, you're wrong. You killed him, murdered him. I hate you. Yeah, go vent out your frustrations elsewhere. Need some time. Issei, what are you doing here? Searching for Tonbo, though clearly you found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tonbo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg you forgive him for his outburst. His brother was all he had left. Their father was conscripted by the Empire and was, regrettably, not among those returned to us in the recent exchange of prisoners. The hope that they might one day be reunited was their only comfort when the Viceroy still ruled. I can only imagine how they felt when she walked into Isari, a shadow of her former self. Tsuyu may have no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, their brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. But then they learned of her death and of their father's absence. Deprived of hope and hate all at once, they had nothing. Oh? My apologies for rambling. No, it's a good insight, thanks. No, it was a rather enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain, and took the brother who brought him comfort. Come on, controller, you can do it. Aye, I would hate me too. I swear I will set things right for Tonbo. For all the people of Doma, please return home, Issei, and be safe. I like how his katana matches his outfit attire. Let us return to the Doman Enclave. This ordeal has given me much to consider. The Enclave. Oh, and I got a teleport button here. Duh. What's up? I do not envy Lord Hien the burden now thrust upon him, but he shall not have to bear it alone. That's right, don't bear your burdens alone. I owe you a great debt for your timely assistance, and an apology, for I've made you the executioner in young Tonbo's eyes. Would that I had been the one he witnessed to cut down the beast his brother had become. But we haven't time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. No, we need to take action. After hearing of Tonbo and his brother, I believe I know what must be done. A great many of our brothers and sisters were returned to us in the prisoner exchange. But even so, there are still those who yet remain lost to us. Meanwhile, Yotsuyu, who was directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In death, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother, but it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. The people of Doma have every right to resent me for failing them and their grief. But what of those who cannot bring themselves to do even that, who are left alone with their anger and their pain? It may well give to despair, then, and then... They would share the same fate as Tanbo's brother, yes. Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish, ere we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I will begin making rounds of the villages to inquire after those whom their neighbors believe are more distressed of late. Very good. I and the other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy which set these events in motion. And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured, we will keep you apprised of our findings. Nope, you found it right now. When the kami answered, Lord Hien's extended absence from the Enclave does not sit well with you, Giri. No, it's only been 5 minutes. Ah, weird. We have yet to ascertain the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Isari, but for a blessing, we have received no reports of others that have turned. Lord Hien, for his part, has made a concerted effort to go about the villages and converse with his subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination, Isari. Might I ask you to accompany me? I'll accompany you, baby! Thank you. I'm sure there is no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly. We're going to Isari! All the way there. Wait, no, not Tamamizu. Onokoro. Because there's no ether right here. Okay, I want my good old penis ship. Because it looks like a penis. Oh, that's a nice water effect. Here we are. Oh, here you are. Thank goodness we found him. But why has he remained here so long, I wonder? Maybe he's got stuff to do. Weird. Yugiri. My apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Isari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my reproach. Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise, lest I draw undue attention. Come, Weird, let us see what we can discover. Thank you, both of you. Oh, Omega Mount. Can I have that? Do the people here not wish for the monstrosity to be laid low and for peace to reign once more? Why have they elected to behave in this manner? I don't know, maybe they don't like you? Maybe that's why? You did just say a couple minutes ago that you would hate yourself too. I owe a great debt to Lord Hien. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the Imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our lord failed to punish the viceroy for her crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. Okay, so he failed. You blasphemy! You are mistaken, my friend. Our village was visited not by a monster, but a kami. Izanami! Where Lord Hien is cold and callous, she offers us boundless compassion and love. Praise be to Izanami, goddess of creation and bringer of death. That sounds more like a primal to me. Many villagers were heartbroken when they learned that their loved ones were not included in the prisoner exchange. Even so, I wish they would not lay all the blame for that at the feet of Lord Hien. I mean, it's tough to account for everyone when there are a lot of people. Way too many conscripts. Sup, girl? Aye, that's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Asari. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I am to be honest, I fear the loss drove her poor stepmother mad. Kisei has ever been a devout believer in the kami and their blessings, but she's somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. Heresy is what it is. So the one that transformed is this Minato? Oh, nice disguise. The situation here in Asari is complicated, to say the least. It serves a situation. Oh, am I losing connection? Maybe that's why my frames are so bad. I see. Little wonder they would refuse to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma and ushers souls of the departed onto the land of the dead. I trust you understand what it would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim this Kisei can speak with the dead. In fact, she will be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. Not for me, of course. My presence would draw undue attention. But I ask the both of you to attend in my stead. Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come. So we've got a Ouija board or something? Spirit orbs? Oh, she's doing that thing. The Onmyoji thing. No, spirits of Isari, I beseech you. Lend me your voice and let your presence be known. Cross the veil and be among us once more. Ha! Akitsu. Oh? Father? Still tending the nets, like I taught you. Yes, Father. Every day, thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I'm proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... Oh, hey, Creed. How are you? And I am proud to have been your father. May you ever may you ever be blessed by the sea's bounty.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Father, what's wrong?
Oh, back to our normal self.
He is in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated his death design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What must we do to ease their pain? Fear not, Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world, and deliver them on to the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirit and all others will find peace. Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him?
Oh, ouch.
Oh, thank you for hydrate and stretch. Ugh. Stretch forward. Ugh. Stretch backwards. Up to the sky. And side to side. Up and to the left. Up and to the right. Roll the shoulders. And the shoulder blades. Well, since my frames are being stupid ass, might as well just converse with my fingies.
Oh, was my controller not working again? Really?
Kise, Kise, can you commune with my husband? Oh, but my family! Help me, Kise, please! This sounds super sus.
Okay, controller's still good.
She seemed convincing enough, but was that truly Akitsu's father that spoke through her?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that she knew Akitsu. So, this is Kise's ability all that she claims? I mean, is Kise's ability all that she claims? I have no fucking idea, man. Seems a little sus to me. A young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her. I find that rather hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet for all their anguish, there has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tanbo's father. Which could only mean word of Kise and her ability to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide, though I fail to see how the people would abide the kami claiming innocent lives to restore order. She comes! Izanami! The blasphemy? Here? Uh-oh. Why is it here? Oh. He dead. Lord Hien, the kami, she appeared as if from nowhere, and the next instant this poor man was... Oh. He dead. So we were too late. I can't tell if that's blood on the ground or part of the texture. I spoke with him before in Asari. Wasn't he one of the villagers returned in the prisoner exchange? You recognize him then? Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder?
It does not become my lord to speak ill of the kami.
Oh, it's Crazy Lady.
I understand you are come to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy you called it, but you are sorely mistaken. My stepdaughter, Minato, was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes.
Oh, you're just delusional, old lady.
Minato, please.
I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it. No justice. Oh, she cute.
The Witch of Doma was spared, given a second chance, and my husband condemned to die as a conscript.
I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hien can't give me even that. And when I looked, at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart, the gaping wound that will never heal, begin to bleed. Oh, only at my beloved's side will I find peace.
You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the Kami, in Izanami.
I want to believe, but...
Oh!
Whoa, that's not an Izanami. That's a tentacle monster.
Izanami has come to bring us this. Is come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between their world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the Kami.
I forgot to hydrate. Oops. This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of two innocents but recently returned to us. I cannot, will not accept that the Kami would condone such cruelty.
No crueler than the sight of Yatsuyu free and forgiven. While my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Hien, is it not your duty to protect Doma and her people? How are we to place our faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects? Only the Kami are deserving of our adoration, as they have always been.
You're just a crazy old lady. Well, at least we know the identity of the woman. Are you alright? For a moment you seemed unwell. The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me. But preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much at least. You seemed distracted during our conversation with Kisei. Is something the matter? Yeah, I had visions. Crazy visions. I'm not crazy though. The echo, and the blasphemy was indeed born of a stepdaughter. To bear witness to such horror, how her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms. I believe I know what must be done, but I pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Oh, she's gonna oppose us, alright. And side characters like these usually have two options on their dinner plate: to become a blasphemy or join us. And it's usually the former. What do you suppose Lord Hien intends to do? I have no idea. It better be good. From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. 'Tis plain she was a good-natured and kind-hearted woman, grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yotsuyu to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. A path to despair paved by my good intentions, a truth that would weigh heavy on my conscience unto my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who were returned to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. I still can't speak today. There is work to be done, yet Yugiri appears to reluctant to take action. I seem to be reluctant to even speak, because I can't. Home no longer. Ah, weird. If you are come to ask about after the blasphemy, I have naught to share. As of yet, our shinobi have seen no sign of the beast. The returnees, however, are all accounted for, and Lord Hien has seen them safely to the Kiankan. As such, he is presently assisting with the hunt. For a blessing, there have been no reports of other villages turning, and yet, before the situation takes a turn for the worse, there is a matter I feel warrants further investigation. Kisei. Though a villager of Isari, I suspect she may, in fact, hail from my home, Sui no Sato. Knowing they would be loath to answer my inquiries, I entreated the Kojin to contact Sui no Sato in my stead. To hear tell of it, Princess Kurenai has made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world. At mention of Kisei, however, their cordial warmth turned strangely cold. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Sui no Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates matters. Bruh, I don't even remember why you were banished in the first place. That said, it has been many years since I left home. Were I to disguise myself, I might well go unnoticed in your company, if you are willing to take the risk. Oh yes, a date, baby! Thank you. Let us make for Onokoro then. Do 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 do. Oh wait, right here. Where are we going here? Are we planning to swim all the way from here to Sui no Sato? I sure hope not. I can't swim. My mounts can, but I can't. All disguised and ready to go, baby! You're not disguised. Lovely view of the volcano. A sword? The garments I wore when we first met. Sufficient, I think, to conceal my identity. How many years has it been since I last saw home? I am a shinobi of Doma, aye, but even as a child, I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Sui no Sato. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless, and together with the other children, I often ventured beyond the borders of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover a city of ruin and ash, imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste, I lost my way in the bamboo groves. It was there I first met a young boy named Shun, a sweaty mess as he swung his wooden sword with reckless abandon. Training to fulfill his duty as a samurai, he said. Shun, you mean Hien? Having seen the destruction of which the Empire was capable, I too felt a need to protect my home. I joined him in his exercises, and every day my resolve to protect those I love grew. Sadly, my elders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of the strength I believed we sorely needed, and I found it as a shinobi. But the people feared war and conflict. But the people feared war and conflict would follow on my heels should I return. I do not begrudge them in their decision, nor do I regret my own. Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing home again. Openly defying the wishes of the Ruby Princess, however, would bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough for my transgressions. That is why, for their sake, I would remain naught but a faceless shinobi at your employ. I don't know, I mean, the Ruby Princess seems like a chill girl. She's real sweet. Thank you. With that in mind, let us make for Suino Sato. Oh, you really are faceless, are you? Aren't you? You know, you don't look too different from your regular attire. All these years, yet naught appears to have changed since the day I left. But now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do. Kisei's departure from Suino Sato was likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave. Oh, she's accompanying me. Yeah, baby. It's a date. So many fond memories. Pay no mind to my idle musings. Lead on. You sure? Okay. There's got to be a couple circles here that I can interact with, right? Because that would be a waste of a conversation opportunity. They literally just follow you for the quest dialogue. That's not fun. I don't see anything. Sup, Builderman?
Kisei! That name sounds familiar, and yet... Apologies, friend. My memory is not what it once was.
Let us seek out another. Oh, okay.
I pray you find what you seek.
Thanks, bro. At least you're not as close-minded as a lot of other dudes. Oh, over here. A cheerful elder.
My, it has been quite some time since I last heard that name. She was a priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become of her all these years, I wonder?
Please, is there anything you could tell us?
Unagi was quite close with her, if memory serves. Perhaps you should seek her out.
Unagi? Why does that sound familiar? Mother, I had hoped to avoid my parents, but if there's no other way... Weird. Might I ask you to take the lead?
I'll lead, baby! We're gonna make your parents... You can tell her that I'm your new husband, though.
Sup, dude? I say are you not the adventurer who aided Yugiri in Doma's liberation? I am. Why? Gotta make sure we get everyone in here. 'Tis good to see you again.
To what do we owe the honor of your visit?
I know, just finding out about Kisei and her things. Her sus things.
Kisei, yes. We were close, but that was a long, long time ago. Still, if I can be of assistance to the man to whom we owe so much, I will share all I know. Kisei was born to a family of priests, and even at an early age she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her, but everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. No one believed her at first, but she continued to insist she could, and strove to prove it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years, knowledge of events to which she could not have been privy. Word of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Shisui of the Violent Tides for a private audience. No one knows what Kisei said to her in the palace, only that the princess was incandescent with rage and ordered her exile forthwith. Some believe Kisei revealed a terrible secret of the royal house, or perhaps spoke a blatant falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful, but who was to say the dead would note the truth, or not seek to deceive? Thus we could never be certain if it was simply a fantasy or a power divine. The one thing that is certain is that no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would that I could tell you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kisei since her banishment. Oh? Forgive me, but have we met your companion before? She looks familiar. I believe it's the first time our humble shinobi has visited Sunosato. I'd imagine she does, considering she's, You could not possibly know me. I am but a lowly shinobi of Doma, nothing more. Being a shinobi, I presume you have heard tales of Yugiri Mistwalker. Should you chance to meet her, may I ask you to deliver her a message? Tell her that her father and mother love her, and we could not be more proud of her. Ah, that's sweet. I will. I have no doubts. I have no doubt she feels the same. Not a day goes by without you in her thoughts. I believe we have heard enough. Shall we return to Onokoro? Well, all's well that ends well, yeah? Oh, we're back here. My apologies for placing you in so peculiar a situation. Though I must confess, it did my heart good to see my mother and father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace, as a shinobi of Doma, no, as a member of the Eastern Alliance. Mayhap there will come a day when Suinosato opens to the world, a day when Yugiri Mistwalker can be reunited with her mother and father. Well, they have started trading with the outside world. I have seen to that. Would that Lord Hien could be afforded the same opportunity. But Lord Kyan and Lady Mina have long since passed, two of too many lives lost in the imperial occupation. I cannot imagine how he would ever succumb to despair, but make no mistake, Lord Hien knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I may be honest, it troubles me at times. But perhaps I have said too much. Come, we mustn't keep him waiting. Okay, back to the Enclave.
Oh yeah, I have a teleport button. Man, my frames are terrible today. Why is it so terrible? For a blessing, Onokoro appears to be untouched by the recent chaos. For now, at least. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Get out of my way, bird. Welcome back. I trust your journey proved an enlightening one. Yeah, we got to meet Yugiri's parents. I'm now officially part of the family. So she does, in fact, hail from Suno Sato. And you say she has possessed these divine gifts since childhood? Genuine or no, the people believe her, and more flock to her side with every passing day. But the returnees are safe in the Kienkan, its defenses bolstered. As for the blasphemy, I've spoken with our Confederate allies, among others, and together we will establish a network of contacts across the length and breadth of Doma to take up the search in earnest. Mark my words, we will find it. Yugiri appears armed and ready to leave the Enclave, which can only mean one thing. The devoted daughter. Oh, we're gonna fight it? It's fighting time! You've arrived not a moment too soon. The blasphemy has been sighted on the coast. For mercy, there are no reported casualties as of yet. Just the man I was hoping to see. No sooner had we cast wide our net than a Confederate messenger was at our door. If you would join us, Rasho awaits at our arrival in Onokoro. Oh, there we go. Back to Onokoro. Oh, the starboard can perch on your shoulder? Oh, I want a starboard now. Like, super badly. If it wasn't apparent before, it's super yes now. I'll just set this to my hotbar. Oh, it's you guys. They're about the blasphemy, yes. Lord Hien and Yugiri should be arriving soon enough. Well now, that the noble Lord of Doma should come in person once again. Mayhap these blasphemies truly are a threat. Indeed they are, and I was told you and yours sighted our quarry quite recently. Aye, we did. Near the islands of Shoal Rock. The beast appeared to be docile by all accounts, but appearances can be deceiving. Why is this not working? If it is as you say, and this blasphemy has eyes only for former conscripts, then we have naught to fear. I trust those we accepted into our care are still in yours at the Kienkan, enjoying the finest Doman hospitality. Why is my cam not working? Maybe it's because my internet's so shitty right now. Yeah, it seems to be real shit. I guess I'm a PNG tuber today. Anyway, I know not why it came to the Ruby Sea, nor why it remains idle, but if we act quickly, there is a chance we can take it unawares.
I propose we divide our forces, if you're willing to go ashore. We'll take a ship and circle over about the islands. The first to find it will have the honor of the kill.
A simple enough plan. Shall we be off to Shoal Rock then?
I don't know if it's that simple.
I had thought we earned a reprieve from battle with the Imperial withdrawal, but it seems I was mistaken. So be it. I'll not suffer this monster to threaten us any longer.
I can't imagine it will take long to deal with this creature once we corner it.
You need to measure up your quarry a little more, well, better. Because these things are tough to deal with by myself.
Make ready, Weird. Should we find the beast first, we must be prepared to strike at once.
This is where the blasphemy was last sighted. If the fates are kind, this will all be over soon.
The fates will not be kind. We will have to contend with other dudes.
Oh? There you are. Oh, nice butt, though. Oh, it flew away. Damn.
Such speed. I don't even my falcons could keep pace with it.
Don't tell me that that's the blasphemy flying off into the distance. I'd hoped the ill will that bore me in life might compel it to slay the beast. Might compel the beast to stay and fight. Perhaps less of Minato remains than I thought.
Minato? That monstrosity was Minato?
What? You knew her?
Her family tried to flee to Hingashi during the occupation, but their ship was raided and sunk. When we happened upon the wreckage, she was huddled between her parents on a piece of flotsam, desperate to keep warm, but they had long since grown cold. We took her to Onokoro, where we nursed her back to health. Couldn't imagine what horror she must have witnessed. The mere sight of our weapons was enough to make her heart screaming. She was clearly unfit for our trade, so we sought a village that might take her in. Isari was that village. Several months later, I chanced to meet her on this very beach. She was in the company of a young Aori fisherman, and I knew at once she had found more than a home there. I saw them here many times after that. She found something comforting about this place, I think. According to reports from Radzat Han, the memories and desires of those who turn can influence their behavior as blasphemies.
Then perhaps Minato's memories are what compelled the beast to come here.
That would also explain its timid nature. Minato was never one for violence, and the sight of you, blade drawn, no doubt stirred what little of the woman remains in that monster.
If that is the case, an assault on the Kiankan is unlikely, guarded as it is by our samurai.
But how are we to fight an enemy so quick to flee at the first sign of danger? Robbed of her parents, her husband, and now her life. I'd rather we didn't have to at all. But I understand full well the risks we take by doing nothing. If we catch sight of the blasphemy again, you'll be the first to know. Perhaps next time we can put our soul to rest.
This complicates things quite a lot. We scarcely had time to draw our weapons ere it fled. Perhaps we must reconsider our approach. A sneak attack? There is naught to do now but bide our time. Come, let us return to the Enclave. There really isn't much to do but to head back and formulate a plan, yeah? Even so, we still need to figure out how to deal with Kisei. If the blasphemy fears to show itself, there's no telling how long it may take to track it down a second time. It's already difficult enough as it is. Given what we have learned, it seems likely that the blasphemy will return to Shoal Rock, but that knowledge will avail us not if we cannot prevent it from escaping again. Oh? Are you here to stop the hunt? You got more dudes this time.
Lord Hien, on behalf of the people of Isari, we are come with a request.
We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. What is it you would ask of me?
Those returned to us in the prisoner exchange have been granted shelter at the Kiankan. That they yet live is an affront to the Kami's grand design, and the spirits of our loved ones suffer for it. Balance must needs be restored, and so I beseech you to render them unto the goddess of Izanami.
What, really? Absolutely not. 'Tis not our place to pray for the death of others, nor draw steel to sate mere bloodlust. When I take a life, be it by command or by my own hand, I do so not in the service to vengeance, but to uphold my duty to Doma and her people.
How did your mercy for Yotsuyu serve your duty? How were your people made better by the sight of her walking free?
For her crimes and her cruelty, I cut her down the day we took Doma Castle. I sought to kill her, and by rights she should have died then and there. But the Kami willed otherwise, and returned to us alive and bereft of her memories. With no recollection of her deeds, it would have been Tsuyu who faced punishment, not Yotsuyu. This was my judgment, and for it you were denied the justice you deserved. You have every right to resent me. But you come before me and ask that I sacrifice men and women whose only crime was to suffer, to be condemned to a life of servitude? If you truly believe your cause to be sacrosanct, believe yourselves fit to bear the burden and swing the sword, then step forward.
Sophistry and lies. They were meant to die. The spirits demand it. Are these the words of the dead, or the living who yet mourn?
Oh, Gosetsu!
You're back! And you're still bald.
Word of the Isari priestess and her gifts has spread far and wide, and I thought to see the truth of it myself. By coincidence, I crossed paths with a traveler hailing from the self-same village, who had a mind to return as well, but, alas, could not. So he bade me deliver a missive in his stead. Judging by the striking resemblance, I take it you are the young Fisher Akitsu. No Fisher. This is a letter from my father. He was severely wounded in battle, but expects to make a full recovery. He's alive, but that would mean... Oh, surely a woman of your talents can divine a plausible explanation for this turn of events.
You shall pay for this
con contumely. I don't know what that means.
My daughter will make certain of that.
Oh, crisis averted, I suppose.
Gosetsu, you big hunk of savior, you.
Apologies for the abrupt and otherwise unannounced arrival. As you can see, my Lord Hien, I am returned. Full glad I am for it. Thanks to your timely arrival, you have given the lie to Kisei's claims of preternatural powers. I gather you are apprised of recent events? Aye, it did not take long to learn the state of affairs here in Doma, and that my assistance may be required. I heard tales of Kisei channeling the dead, including the father of one young fisherman. Imagine my surprise when I saw this spirit in the flesh. He was also on pilgrimage, paying respects to the departed, and we chanced to meet in a Liberation Front infirmary. Would that we were not brought back together in such circumstances, but I am glad to see you all hail and hearty.
Yeah, it's good to see you, bruh.
Still wish you weren't bald, though. Oh, what you doing? Tonbo, is something the matter?
I wish to apologize, Lord Hien. It was wrong of me to say the things I did. I understand nothing can bring back my father, but I was so angry,
Please, Tonbo, you needn't apologize.
It's just, my brother was always so brave, but father's death was more than he could bear, and it turned him into that monster. If he wasn't brave enough, what chance do I have? We wanted to perform the rites for father, but the body was never returned to us, so... Not that I blame you for that, Lord Hien. I understand nothing could be done.
Oh, but we were preparing for burial rites. That Akisu's father has survived is nothing short of a miracle, but I fear he is indeed the rare exception. I have offered prayers at more graves than I can count. It would be cruel to give others the false hope that their loved ones might return. And yet, Kisei continues to do just that, offering comfort with her lies. A tempting but ephemeral balm for wounds that have yet to heal. Much like the anger some harbor for you, or resentment for the families restored while theirs remain broken. But for those like that poor boy whose hearts lack for hatred, who know only sadness and despair. Aye, they too may turn. Exposing the truth of Kisei's deception hasn't helped matters. If we are to prevent more suffering, we must pursue a lasting solution. I would be most grateful for your counsel, Gosetsu. There is much I could learn from your pilgrimage. If there is aught you require, but say the word and it shall be done. It's the least I can do for the part I played in Yotsuyu's tragedy. I failed her in the end, but I will not fail you, my lord. Thank you again for your aid, Weird. The day's events have given me much to consider. When our next step is decided, you will be the first to know. That next step is right now. A singular gift. And also coconut cod chowder. Yogiri's stern expression suggests she has no good news to share. Oh no. Regrettably, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy since our first encounter at Shoal Rock, as Tansui surmised. It seems to fear confrontation. We, for our part, have tried to make good use of this intervening calm. Even now, Lord Hien and Gosetsu discuss how we might prevent other villages from turning. If you would wait here a moment, he would no doubt wish to hear your thoughts on the matter. Wait, I've got thoughts? I can't even think. Weird, so glad you could come. As Yukiri no doubt explained, the blasphemy continues to elude us, and so we have turned our attention to other matters we can and should address. After long discussions and much deliberation, we believe we have found a means to allay the growing malaise of our people. If you would, Kosetsu. Malaise? Malaise? What? Too many words I don't understand. The idea came to us after considering young Tonbo's remarks about his father, whose body was never found and returned to Doma. Others no doubt share in his melancholy, unable to bury and mourn their loved ones as is their right. Put simply, they cannot make peace with their loss. Their anguish, if left to linger, may consume them as well. That we might provide the people of Doma with comfort and closure, we will hold a national funeral at the Swallow's Compass. Those who choose to attend will be asked to present personal effects of the deceased that they wish to be enshrined there. Spirits reside in all things, be they living or inanimate, and though we may die, a part of us lives on in the items we cherished most in life. Therefore, in lieu of remains, these belongings will be afforded a place in the royal mausoleum, that the spirits of those lost to us may find their way home to Doma and at last know peace. The announcement has already been made, and a great many people are now engaged in the difficult task of deciding which keepsake will serve as their offering. It is not a decision to be made lightly, but I suspect they will have made up their minds by the time we go collect their chosen tokens. I also hope to learn more about the departed from those willing to speak with me, for my benefit and for theirs. To break free of their sorrow, they must seek joy in the memories and the love they shared with the departed, and I will help them find it. Might the liberator of Doma be willing to favor the people with his presence as well? I doubt not they will appreciate the gesture. Hey man, I'll do it. To save more people's lives, I'll do it. Good. Yugiri, I leave the people of Isari to you. Gosetsu, might I ask you to... Apologies, my lord, but there is a small, most urgent matter I must first attend to. Oh? Very well, I shall not pry. Now, Weird, let us go and pay a visit to the good people of Namai. Is Gosetsu going to have an offering for Yotsuyu? I don't even know what she cherished in life. That pipe, perhaps? She did like smoking a lot. Right then, before we begin, I would remind you that you need only listen to the tales of their loved ones. As overseer of the ceremony, I see it as my duty to deliver their effects personally. Because of this, it is of the utmost importance that we keep clear of any beasts that might damage our cargo. It goes without saying how important it is that their offerings are delivered in pristine condition, and I will be no good to you in a fight while heavily encumbered. If stealth or flight are not options, I must ask that you fight for us both. But we needn't worry unless the occasion arises. For now, let us be off. Oh, he's accompanying me. You sure are dedicated to your duties. I pray the ceremony helps them find the closure they so rightfully deserve. Me too. Grieving, Elder.
I must thank you again, Lord Hien, for this honor. My son would have been overjoyed to know that his katana would be enshrined at the Swallow's Compass.
Nay, the honor is mine. I'm sure your son was a fine warrior.
Aye, and so was I, once upon a time, as samurai as it happens, in service to your father when the Empire first invaded our lands. Though we were defeated, our spirits broken, my son Motosue was never one to lose hope. He was so determined to follow in my footsteps, gave his everything to honing his skill with the blade. When I watched him train, I felt the pride I thought I'd forsaken swell in my breast, and I knew he would restore our family to its former glory. Alas, he could have fled, perhaps started a new life as a vagabond of some sort, but he bore the burden and fought for Garlemald, for fear of what the Imperials might do if he did not. 'Tis plain he was a loving son and a warrior true. I will care for his blade as if it were my own, and see it given the honor and respect due a samurai of Doma. As samurai of Doma, Motosue would be so happy. I do like being a samurai, mans. Not of Doma, but of the peoples. While I was studying the blade, everyone was getting girlfriends. My husband, my dear sweet Maroya, he never returned for Garlemald, but perhaps now his soul might know peace. Please, take this painting brush to the Swallow's Compass.
Oh, why did it freeze? Oh, it's because my controller. I shall handle it with the utmost care. Might we trouble you to tell us more about your husband?
Maroya was a kind and gentle soul. There was nothing he loved more in the world than to create. That brush never left his side, not even when he tended to the fields. Any spare moment was dedicated to his craft, and he produced the most wonderful vistas of Yangsha. It was his dream to take us to Kugane where he would become a famous artist until he was conscripted. In the early days, he would send drawings of the places they took him, though I know not how, but more time began to pass between each arrival, and then they stopped coming altogether. I know not what far-flung land he died, but I pray it was as beautiful as his works.
He sounds like quite a man, to hold fast to his art even when forced to endure such hardship. His soul will find peace, of that I have no doubt.
That was Maroya's favorite brush. Please do take good care of it. It will be enshrined in the Swallow's Compass for all of eternity.
Wait, Swallow's Compass? This place? I only remember the huge mountain in the Swallow's Compass. It's in the dungeon version. Maybe I skipped out on some lures and stuff. Oh, it's Tonbo.
I realize it's quite large, but I wanted to offer this on behalf of my brother and our father, Suzushiro.
Oh, it's an urn. If you are willing, I would very much like to hear more about them both.
My father, he was a carpenter. He was a good man, if a bit stubborn, always thinking about his work. The only time he ever seemed to enjoy himself was when he had a cup of sake in his hand. When my brother came of age, he took up the trade as well. It brought them closer. I'd see them laughing over drinks together, or listening in silence to the crickets singing under the moonlight. I wanted to join them one day. This was their favorite sake.
I thought they might miss it. I'm sure it will taste all the sweeter having come from you. I realize no one can ever replace your brother or your father, but if you will allow, I would be honored to share drinks with you in their stead. When you are of age, of course. Bro, drinking with the Lord Hien? That's quite an honor. Not everyone can say that they had drinks with the Lord of Doma. This should be everything. Would you join me for a short reprieve before our journey back? Do we even have a cart for all of these things? Or are you literally going to carry them all by hand? That is quite a tough predicament you've put yourself in. You're right up here. Ah, that's a nice view. They put on brave faces, but the people of Namai are still racked with grief. It is the same at every village I have visited in recent days, but it is only now that I am struck by the contradictory natures of my goal. Having joined the Eastern Alliance and taken steps to revitalize the Enclave, I believed Doma was at last on the path to present prosperity. I still do. Yet by focusing so keenly on the future, I have neglected the past that yet haunts my people. Even if they do not give in to despair, and become beasts that plague our lands like poor Tunbo's brother, how are we to truly move forward if we are constantly looking back? You speak of their haunted past, Lord Hien, but what of yours? Is there not someone for whom yourself still grieve? You could give your parents his belongings and the swallow's comfits. Me? All things considered, I suppose it was only a matter of time before the subject was broached. He got started to the matter, and the young lord. For the best, I should think, for he cannot lead by example if he has not yet made peace with his own past. Sup, Kosetsu? 1,000 apologies, my lord. I was passing through tending to the matters of which I spoke earlier, when I chanced to hear familiar voices in the distance. If I may be so bold, the people of Doma, one and all, understand the source of your pain. To lose your father in the turmoil of a failed rebellion, his staggering duty to the throne thrust upon you. Aye, how could you even begin to mourn when you first had to lead? It would behoove you to take part in the funeral rites, my lord. Take this time to make peace with your past while it is still yours to spend. Though unlikely, if not impossible, were you to become a monster as well, Doma would surely be lost. Now thank you for your counsel, Kosetsu. But if I may ask, why is it you keep your blade at the ready? I thought this personal matter of yours to be naught but a trifle, or am I mistaken? Oh, well, I find the katana a superior tool for peeling persimmons. Speaking of which, I do believe my stomach begs for sustenance, if you will excuse me. That's not what you use for a katana, stupid. Training. To help slay the blasphemy, no doubt. Fitting that he should offer me counsel, yet refuse it to heed it in kind. He is not a warrior he once was, but he is wise, our obstinate friend. If I am to be perfectly honest, it frightens me to recall it, the moment it all came crashing down. We'd taken Doma Castle. Victory was ours. But then we looked out and saw the banners of the 12th Legion marching towards us, the Crown Prince at the fore. No sooner had Kosetsu and I escaped than we received word that Xenos had slain my father. I remember how the fight went out of Gosetsu in an instant, how he wept for his lord, while I felt the weight of the profound duty bear down upon my shoulders, crushing, suffocating, the heat of my own breath, the chill of my clammy palms. But duty demanded I master my emotions. When all those around me, Gosetsu included, were consumed by anger and a thirst for vengeance, I had to be in control. Under my orders, we dispersed and fled to fight another day. To this day, I have not stopped to reflect on my father's death. How could I, devoted as I am to finding Doma's way forward? But now I must. And so, having taken you into my confidence, would you see this through with me to through with me to journey's end?
Yeah, bro, I'm here, so I might as well.
The keepsake I would offer up to the funeral is hidden in a place not easily reached. We will have to fly there, I'm afraid. But worry not, my Yol will ferry us. Just a moment. Joke's on you, I've got all the ether currents. I've got Yol too. The place we seek is Plum Spring in the mountains. Shall we? Whee! The Plum Spring? Oh, over here. I can't tell if it's in the mountain or not in the mountain. I think I've been there before. No, it's been some time since Stormblood. You'd think this place would be tidied up a little more. Oh, there it is. Plum Spring. Beautiful. Wasn't there supposed to be a house here? Or was that a different place? My parents would bring me here for Hanami as a child. What the heck is Hanami? Its beautiful and serenity was such that I could forget the realities of the occupation. Indeed, some of my fondest memories of family are here, which is precisely why I chose this place to conceal the singular gift my father bequeathed to me as a child. Da. That's cute. Charming, is it not? The great auspice Kishan Dashing. You mean Son Goku? Said to reside somewhere along the Dario chain. I met him. In those days, anyone and everyone knew the tales of his prowess. Reckless boy that I was, I once even tried to seek him out, hoping he might help us. I buried it here shortly after my coming-of-age ceremony. It seemed a fitting place to both part with my childhood and offer a final goodbye to my mother. More of a keepsake of mine than his, to be sure, but he was never a man of worldly possessions. Still, I suspect he would allow himself a rare smile if he were to see it again after all these years. Don't skip. And that is precisely how I wish to bid him farewell, with a smile. It should go without saying. I would prefer it not become known that I kept this doll here. Wouldn't want the children to grow jealous now, would we? And with that, I believe it is time we return to the Enclave. Can I have one of those? I want one of those. Oh, I don't even have to fly back. The two of you are away for quite some time. Is everything all right? I know we had to carry a bunch of stuff and fly for a very secret doll. There are yet more villages to visit and offerings to collect, but preparations are proceeding apace. Soon the people will have one less cause to be tempted down the path of despair. Of course, there still remains the problem of the blasphemy. The former conscripts will remain at the Kiankan until it has been dealt with. We will slay the beast in due time, but before that, I would be honored if you were present for the funeral rites. Pray speak with Yugiri when you next visit the Enclave, and she will tell you more of the proceedings. And that's right now. Oh, I leveled just in time. Laid to rest. Yugiri's somber expression suggests you have arrived right on time. As ever, your timing is impeccable. We but moments ago completed preparations for the funeral. I will inform Lord Hien of your arrival. You're here. Excellent. The blasphemy continues to shun our settlements, and I mean to make the most of the time its absence affords us. I assume you are planning to take part in the ceremony. I am here. Glad to hear it. Unfortunately, Gosetsu will not be joining us today. Wait, why not? He's injured himself, as I knew he would with his secret training, and now he grumbles from the confines of his bed. But he will be fine in due course. We may worry over his convalescence after the funeral. Gosh darn it, Gosetsu. Just leave the fighting to me. You've already been, like, super injured and can't really fight anyway. So why train? Oh, Swallow Compass, that's kind of far. Charvel to Namai. Go, go, penis ship! Do 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 do. Oh, look at all this Magitech. Why don't we just harvest this Magitech and use it for resources for other stuff? It's just sitting here. Or maybe this could be used against invaders, question mark? Not like there's gonna be any more invasions in the near or far future. Because of the because of the Eorzean alliance, we're all united under a common cause. Oh, no, I went the wrong way. We're all united under a common cause. Unless there are invaders elsewhere in the world. Oh, it's battle. There was a peculiar looking doll among the effects, but I can find no record of it in our stores. Would you happen to know who brought it? Why, yes, it was that dude right there. The villagers should arrive ere long. Then we may begin. Hope late to rest. I will do it. Oh, is it supposed to be this dark in here? I don't remember. Lord Hien, I apologize, my lord, for my past transgressions.
I yearned to believe my daughter was a kami reborn, but you were right. She's a monster. Words can ill express my shame for advocating the conscripts be sacrificed to appease the dead.
Oh, you've turned around.
Nay, the ceremony shall serve far, far better. And so, as a humble citizen of Doma, I offer my deepest gratitude and beg your forgiveness. I would make an offering on behalf of my husband and son, as well as my dear stepdaughter Minato. I throw myself on your mercy, Lord Hien. Allow them a place within the mausoleum, that their spirits may know peace.
There's no need to beg forgiveness, Kisei. Please rise. Oh. Haha! No, I was planning to kill you, but you've done the job.
She will come for you.
Mother Kami, she gave her life to draw out the blasphemy? Well, that saves us some time. Blasphemy. Izanami.
Time to lay you low, false god.
Okay, so I rechecked my earlier statement. There are 3 paths in which she could have taken. Be a blasphemy, join us, or die normally. And she chose the 3rd path. For shame. Go! Minato holds me responsible for her stepmother's death. I will keep its attention. Ouch. Take this! Ouch. I think not. Oh. Ouch. Remain calm and alert. You may attempt another charge. Take this! Chainsaw! That's not a chainsaw. I'll do this again. Oh boy. Lightning tendrils. One more shot should do it. Okay. Now burst!
Concentrate.
Resentful right sweep. Oh, no you don't. No thanks. Stop wailing. I don't have enough health for this.
It is nothing.
Oh boy.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
I'm slightly confused on what's to be done right now. Ouch. Oh no, I am dead. Oh, I'm not dead? Wow.
It readies to strike! On your guard!
I'm about to die, bruh.
Ouch! This is tougher than I thought. I can't move. Kosetsu!
Oh, you've learned different techniques. You're an Onmyoji now?
Apologies for the untimely arrival, my lord. Oh?
Oh, he has learned new stuffs.
Kosetsu.
What is that staff?
Pilgrimage proved a most enlightening experience, and this is where I chanced to discover the benefits of ascetic training. I may no longer be fit to wield a blade, my lord, but Shugendo effort affords me another way to turn the tide of battle. He can magic! Stubborn as ever. I shall have to thank you later. Let's put an end to this. Oh boy. Let's do this! Let's discuss your change of vocation after the dealing with the blasphemy. Quickly, we must protect Yosetsu! I mean, I'm doing it. You have my thanks. No, you have my thanks for saving us. It comes from me. Perhaps a grazing shot will break its concentration. I don't have it. Foot graze, leg graze, binds, heavy, head graze. Oh. I sent something amiss. Quickly, to me! Oh, and I do have head graze. A test of my will in training both. Hold fast, everyone! Well done, Kosetsu. Now, I believe it is past time we put Minato's soul to rest.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
Not again. I was just ready to burst. Oh boy. Ouch. Stop wailing! Oh boy. Ouch. It is a pretty bad scratch. No thanks. Oh, my grazing shot didn't work. Oh well. Resentful left sweep. Nope. No thanks. You know, I thought the tentacle monster would have that that quarter section attack. Just follow Gosetsu. Oh boy. Ah. I just realized I don't have limit break. We're in a 4-person party though. We should have limit break. Done. Oh, there you go. Should we give her a burial as well? A deceiver to the bitter end, but she is still a daughter of Doma. She will have a proper burial, and her family's belongings enshrined with the others. I have gathered you here today not to speak of the future, but to reflect on the past, to pay respects to loved ones fallen on the field of battle. In honor of their sacrifices, these sons and daughters of Doma shall be given a place here at the Swallow's Compass. Though they no longer walk with us in life, they walk with us in spirit. Pray never forget their bravery, that the memories of their legacy will give you comfort and strength. Maroya Motokawa, the aspiring painter. He was a man who saw beauty in all things, and one day would have become a renowned artist in Kugane. Motosue Jito, the warrior in training. He longed to become a samurai like his father and bring honor to his family. Suzushiro Kodakumi, the carpenter, a man wholly dedicated to his craft, who hoped to one day pass on his talents to his 2 loving children. And lastly, Minato Shihogaki and her stepmother Kisei. Theirs was once a happiness to be envied. Minato's parents were murdered by Imperial soldiers, and after being rescued by the Confederacy, Minato was given into the care of the village of Isari. Though she arrived with a broken heart, it was soon mended by the man who would become her husband, the son of Kisei, who herself had been born to Isari on winds of tragedy. Kisei was a child of the deep, born in Suinosato. For her gifts she was exiled, but with her courage and tenacity, found a new home on the shores of the Ruby Sea. She was a devoted wife and mother, and though not related by blood, she loved Minato as if she were their own. That is how she lived, how they all lived, and how they should be remembered. Let your hearts swell not with sorrow, but with joy for their memory. Know that proof of their mark left on this world shall remain here, enshrined within the Swallow's Compass for all eternity. Let us still our voices, and in silence pray for their souls, that they may share in the peace we have found.
Oh, it is all done, and we're here.
Traditionally, like the royal traditionally, the royal mausoleum is reserved for the ruling clans, but I have no doubt Lord Kyan would approve of his son's decision.
Well, times are changing, so might as well give in to the change, yeah? Many tears were shed throughout the ceremony, not for grief, but for relief, I think. Happiness, even.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting a battle with the blasphemy as a prelude to the ceremony. At least now we may breathe easy, if only for a short while. The villagers have all returned home. I believe it is time we did the same.
Back to Doma, the Enclave. At least we didn't have to hunt for the blasphemy. It hunted us instead.
I am not yet well versed in healing magics, but thankfully it was enough to be of some use to Lord Hien.
Never in my wildest dreams did I foresee Gosetsu embracing the ascetic arts.
Neither did I. It's a welcome change. He's a monk now, a worldly monk. We've held a traditional funeral and slain the blasphemy besides. A rather productive day, would you not agree? The former conscripts will be elated to finally return home. Speaking of returns, I think I speak for us all when I say your appearance at Swallow's Compass came as something of a shock. What of your injuries from training? Quite painful for some time, I assure you. Despite my best efforts to reclaim my former skills, my back and hips vigorously protested. I planned to sleep that I might be well rested for the morrow's hunt, but a voice called out to me. I was needed, and so I grabbed my cane and ran as quickly as my ailing body would allow.
That cane suits you, Gosetsu, but your master of healing magics was a sight to behold. Almost as surprising as your resurrection following the fall of Doma Castle.
I am still but a novice in dire need of training. 'Tis my hope that I will be able to refine my ascetic arts during my next pilgrimage.
You could always go to Onokoro, no, not Onokoro, no, the Turtle Village, or to Tamamizu, I think. Yeah.
So you are leaving then? Worry not, Lord Hien. Should you find yourself in dire straits once more, I shall fly to your side. Not as a samurai, perhaps, but I will nonetheless give our enemies cause to trouble. And with that, I take my leave. Later, baiters! Though it may be years, if not decades, until we truly make peace with our past, we have turned a corner and begun to heal. We may look to the future unburdened by grief, ignored, and sadness denied. The path ahead is ever fraught with peril, but we shall walk it with eyes unclouded, and with pride. You have done so much for us, Doma. You have done so much for us. For Doma. I wish there was more I could do for you.
Hey, just give me food. Or maybe a shinobi to call my apprentice, or my girlfriend, cough cough.
If I may ask one last favor, before you leave, please inform our representative at Razat Han that the blasphemy has been vanquished, and the people of Doma are safe. With any luck, our experiences here will prove useful to other nations that yet grapple with these beasts.
Okay, I'll go report the last of the role quests. Safe travels, Weird, and may the Kami bless you. I slay Kami, so I don't think they'll bless me. The people of Suino Sato will be relieved to hear of recent events. I wonder what mother and father would say. You know, let's go visit them right now. How do I... Oh, there we go. And then we go to Onokoro. Or Tamamizu. Tamamizu is closer. No, I'll just go from Onokoro. Oh, wrong button. That's the right button. System configuration, sound. Don't play mounted music. I quite like hearing the night rendition of area musics. It's nice. Oh, it's right here. They are not here. Why are they not here? That's disappointing. I was here to talk to them. Okay. Back to Razatan. For a moment, I thought I was going the wrong way. This place can be confusing sometimes. Doman Delegate!
Master Weird, you are returned. What word from Doma?
I know, things are pretty good.
The blasphemy is no more. That is wonderful. That is most wonderful news. I must inform the other delegates at once. Thank you again for answering our summons. If another threat should rear its dastardly head, I pray we can count on your assistance again.
Thank you for materia. More than loneliness. Okay, so I finished everything. What now? Is that it? No other dialogues? I heard about you and yours traveling beyond the stars to avert the final days. Good work, that. Mind you, not all our wars have vanished just yet. I speak of blasphemies, of course. For despair is not something one can easily cast off. Though we've come a long way, the battle is not yet done. Preventing further transformations won't be easy. We're a damn sight closer to solving the problem than before. Well, I did do all the role quests. There's no additional dialogue? That's a bummer.
Thanks to you, the people of Doma have earned a short reprieve from the woes that befall our world. Should I find time to visit the Swallow's Compass, I shall keep you in my prayers as I pay respects.
Ah, no, you don't have to. I'm not even dead.
Now, I forgot to do today's gold saucer.
That's a problem. Mini Cacpot, please. Ooh, number 4. There's a 2. There's an 8. There's a 7. How about this? No, okay. Close enough. The 4, the 1, the 7, a 2. How about here? That's not it. Okay, this next one has to be it, right? That's a 9. That's a 3. That's a 4. Here. That's not it. Dang it. Oh, did I get the stuff from the Cacbot board? I don't know if I did. Oh no, I did. Okay. That means I must have bought the tickets. Yeah, I did. Okay. Since my internet is stupid today, I might as well just leave. Let me go to Tamamizu because I like that place. Where's the pretty princess? There she is. I don't know if you have any people to raid because my internet's stupid right now. Well, there's Rocker. I don't even know what to do for FF14 now that I don't have to grind for role quests. Maybe I can take a break from this game for like a month or something. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I hope you have a better day than my internet. Okay, bye. Yeesh, 65% frames lost the entire time.